UAV established above. Kill confirmed. You are authorized to engage. Protect the guild's interests. Hostile skewer inbound.
Smell that?
Enemy UAV detected. Hostile counter UAV
Bumped him
above.
off.
Be aware, enemy HKD drop detected.
Doesn't matter who's done it.
Hostile UAV established above.
Severely requesting UAV overflight.
Skewer release detected. Performance is trending below acceptable thresholds. Hunter killers active in your sector. Enemy UAV detected. Fortunately, the market does not forgive incompetence.
It's gonna have us running Sims for days after this shit's One less problem. Flying stim shot.
deathmatch. Guild signatures all over this place. Hit them hard. Hostile UAV established above.
Threat eliminated.
More Hot Pockets! That's is that that episode?
Mama.
Yeah, the
Domination.
Box lobby though.
The
classic.
guild is hiding something. Let's dig that shit up. Hostiles released a skewer. Losing Bravo. Bravo lost.
Yeah.
The guild reclaimed the lead.
That's pretty badass. Yeah, it's pretty dope. People are saying it's like they're literally lying. Yeah. It's like surprising. It's pretty gas, in my opinion. I recommend it. Especially if you're like some intense goals.
Enemy
And
tactical.
like the first
We're losing Alpha.
Where can we watch it? HBO or
On HBO Max.
HBO right now, but maybe not. I don't know if you haven't watched it though. I recommend it. Especially you, Adriana. I feel like you'd like it.
Underway on Bravo.
TACOM requesting a UAV overhead. TACOM,
Same
Dempsey
toast.
requesting CUAV.
Locking down Bravo.
why are you running?
Securing B.
Why are you running?
Locking down Charlie. Taking B. Locking down Bravo. B secured.
BRB?
Hostile counter UAV above.
Play.
Enemy UAV
I
detected.
don't understand.
Eyes on hostile.
Oh, he's not. Is he mad that you have 4 KD and
Losing B.
If you kill him, shoot his body.
I got you. NPC. Oh.
Losing Bravo.
I don't know.
We
He
lost
must have a
B.
lot of time if he's typing this out.
Skewer incoming.
You probably have more kills if you don't fucking.
The eyes in the sky. Authorizing CUAV ECM mission.
Hostile UAV established above. Securing B.
He is terrible.
Enemy UAV detected. Underway on Bravo.
I wonder he's mad. I'd be mad too if I was him.
Get a harp in the sky.
Here they go with you have aimbot.
You have aimbot. Didn't he just say I suck though?
Yeah. I guess you suck, but you have aimbot.
Maybe I have aimbot because I suck, or I'm
Or
not.
maybe.
Taking B.
Oh, he forgot how his keyboard works. He just in a backslash. That's crazy.
Underway on
Like,
Bravo.
you're dead.
Enemy CUAV established overhead. Enemy dog established on your grid. Hostile UAV established above.
So, what the fuck is an NPC?
Hostiles released to skewer.
On the buzz.
I think he's just trying to ride me up. I don't think he actually did anything.
Ow.
Enemy UAV detected.
Please report you.
Under arrest.
Whatever he sent. And has walls. Apparently you have walls.
Oh no. Projection is an admission of guilt type of shit.
Hostile counter UAV above.
It's Call of Duty.
Clean up as the red team is crazy. That's why you need to
Target in the open.
It's I suck and it's I'm happy.
I think he's more worried about typing than the actual
You
game.
guys.
Taking C.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost dropped a nuke on him.
Locking down Bravo.
I wish I did because it would have been super funny. What do I have to do for this?
Securing B.
Double kills. Huh? No.
Hostile UAV established above. Securing Charlie. Securing C. Skewer incoming. Losing A. Taking B. Clean it up, Black Ops. This isn't over yet.
You're probably
We're
right.
losing Alpha.
You're probably crying about losing.
Locking down Bravo. Enemy UAV detected.
You pay for hacks.
Bravo zone secure.
Yeah, that's a
Crazy
great comment.
accusation.
I'm saying you losing loser.
Hostile UAV established above.
Yeah, for real.
Prep for exfil. We gotta cut our
It
losses.
just sucks to be you guys. 7 and 13. You only managed to get 7. Oh, come on, Sage. Let me help you out. That's why he's mad, young. Yeah, I know, man. I know, Prince. I know that's why he's mad. Bro. That boy mad at me. He sucks at the video game. Is he talking or am I tripping?
I know, he's like a church mouse. He's quiet as hell.
Yeah.
Hey, use your chest, bro. Is your mom home or something? Can't yell. That's okay.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. People have been looking for the fastest way to level up weapons in Black Ops 7 ever since the game came out, and there are certain methods that you're going to want to prioritize using because Treyarch will patch them once they find out that we're using them. In this video, I'm going to show you one of those strats. It's something that you should do immediately if you want to level things up very, very quickly, but then if it gets
Hostiles
hacked,
released to skewer. Enemy UAV detected. Kill confirmed.
Anderson authorizing skewer. Lim requesting UAV overflight.
Authorizing UAV mission.
Skewer incoming!
Deploy CUAV in my AO. That's all. Get me a UAV. Mason mark care package DZ.
Enemy CUAV established overhead. Hostile UAV established above.
Hostile harp above your station.
I'll indicate to you by leaving a pinned comment on this video, and I'll put it in the description. If that's the case, this video is still going to be useful for you because I'm also going to show you several other areas that you can do a load of weapon XP farming and also farm your augments and things like that as well, so that no matter what happens, you aren't left unsure of how to level up quickly, and instead you've got strats on strats on strats ready to go. So let's begin with the one that I suspect Treyarch is going to patch very soon, so use it ASAP. Before you load into your game, you'll obviously want to make sure you've set up the weapon that you desire to level up and power level with here, but I also would recommend that you use Vulture Aid so that you can get ammo back, and I'd also really recommend putting Electric Cherry on. That's especially useful for what I'm about to show you. And if you're not sure where to find that, it's one of the Elemental Pop augments. I'd also recommend the Double Tap augment, which gives ammo back, and basically any other stuff that you can think of, which is gonna give you just ammo in general, because ammo is gonna be one of the bottlenecks for this strategy, just ever so slightly. Then finally, I'd also recommend that for whichever ammo mod you intend to use, which should probably be either Napalm or Fireworks, fireworks for just zombie kills, and napalm for bear killing. You put on big game, because that's going to mean that if you're using napalm, it can proc its full effect on the bear. But with all that said, assuming you've got your augments set up, you're going to put on toxic growth, and you're going to load into a match of farm survival. As soon as you load in, you're going to spend the first couple of rounds just doing everything normally, and you can do it with Rampage Inducer on as well, because it's not that crazy in those early rounds. So get the power switch turned on and start earning towards your field upgrade charge. Once you've got a charge, you need to make sure you've picked up one of the fumigators from either inside the mystery box room or inside the barn on the top floor. And then you need to go over to one of these spores, which you can find in 3 locations. There's one spore location just here, one spore location just here, and one spore location just here. And you need to place your toxic growth on top of that spore. Then water the spore, and you'll find that you'll just get really damn good drops by doing this very consistently. So over and over again, I'm doing this in my game, and it's getting me Pack-a-Punch crystals, and it's getting me ether tools and all sorts of stuff, so that I don't have to spend any money getting those first level ups done. This puts your points economy in a really good place for the rest of your round. And so you're going to be starting to climb through some of the rounds now and starting to have a fair number of points available as well. I would buy Vulture Aid first, because that's going to also assist in your points farming. And then the perks that I mentioned earlier, I'd also recommend you pick up pretty early as well. So things like Double Tap and things like Deadshot. So let's assume that you're maybe at like round 10 or something. At this point, you can absolutely stop doing your toxic growths. Like you probably have a PAP 2 weapon or a PAP 1 weapon, and you've probably got a blue or a purple wrench by that point. And you can just start relying on the actual drops that you'll get from the game from that point forwards. You don't want to keep toxic growth on the entire time, in my opinion, because it's usually a little bit more comforting to have an Ether Shroud on with 2 charges, or to have a Frenzied Guard available. So I'd switch over to that at some point there once you feel like you've got a little bit of a boost from those plants. But then we're going to move over to the strat itself. And it works very simply. You're just going to go upstairs in the farm building just here, and you're going to move towards this broken corner of the room. When you do this, you'll see that the zombie pathing basically breaks, and rather than running at you from inside the building, they're all going to try to jump up from below you. And so this is where you can just start spamming your weapon, whichever weapon you're trying to level, and you'll get a ton of headshots from this, and by association, a ton of XP, and you can max level weapons in half an hour if you're using a double XP token, or an hour if you're not using double XP tokens. Now, while you're up there, a few things are going to happen. Number one, the zombies are going to nudge you around a little bit as they jump up, and that's why we've got Electric Cherry on, because it's going to help stun the zombies when we reload, so it just gives you a bit better quality of life. Also, I quite like having reactive armor on, because that's also going to stun zombies when they break your armor plates and give you a little bit of an extra moment to re-plate up. And the second thing that's going to happen is from round 16 onwards, you're going to start getting bears, right? And these bears are very fiddly to deal with because you have to leave your spot. So this is why Napalm Burst is really nice. It's going to help you take the bears down much more quickly. And if you really want, you can always put Napalm Burst on one of your other weapons and use that as your bear exterminator, and then just keep your primary weapon as the one that you want to level and put fireworks on that, because that's really good for getting general kills that will contribute to your kill progress. Now, another way to make your life easier with the bears spawning is to go and craft hunter killer drones, or to just make sure that you're keeping stun grenades. Both of those are phenomenal for taking the bear down, but the hunter killers are a bit more of a passive thing where they just kill the bear for you, and the stuns require you to still obviously shoot the bear. Now, as you get later into the rounds, you're going to start noticing that 2 bears are going to be spawning, and that's going to get pretty chaotic. Like, don't get me wrong, having the Rampage Inducer on this entire time means that this goes very fast, but it also means that you really need to keep your wits about you when bears are present. So you could always do it where if you hear a bear spawn in, you drop down, turn off the Rampage Inducer, take out the bears, and then you turn it back on again. But an alternative option for dealing with the bears is just to never bother actually getting to the bears in the first place. You can obviously get to round 16 very easily, take that bear down super easy. You can probably get a good 10 rounds or so past that without having really any difficulties if you're PAP 3 gold rarity. But the fastest way to make this strat work is to then say, okay, yeah, I'm going to exfil at 26, and then I'm just going to jump back into another game and do the same thing again. And you should find that by doing this, you end up max leveling your gun or getting pretty close to it. And if you don't quite get there, you can always jump back in another game, finish those first, let's say, 5 rounds or something to finish max leveling a gun, and then you could just quit the game because you're only on round 5, it's not really a big deal, and you can just start the process again. But if you're more confident in your abilities, absolutely, go past 26, you can try and exfil on 31, 36, etc. Just when you do that, make sure that you've got Napalm Burst on the main gun that you plan to be using, and make sure you've got Hunter Killers to take out those chunky bears. So that is the strat in Farm Survival, but there are other options available to you as well.
In this video, I'm diving into what is easily the fastest way to rank up in Black Ops 7 Zombies. This includes the fastest XP farm in the game right now, getting you to rank 55 as quickly as possible, fastest way to rank up all of your weapons, quickest way to unlock the Golden Dragon camo, and the quickest way to research and unlock augments. Because there are so many new augment upgrades to every perk, field upgrade, and ammo mod, in order to unlock them, you need to activate them in the research and earn XP. So what is the quickest way to earn XP? It's simply to take out as many zombies as quickly as possible. So you only need to put in as much time as you need necessary to get the most out of every match. If you're coming in from Black Ops 6, you likely have a ton of XP tokens banked. You will be wanting to activate them for weapon and rank XP every game. Now, the quickest way to fly through rounds in Black Ops 7 Zombies is to play survival on Van Dorn Farm and have the Rampage Inducer enabled. This will make the zombie spawns much faster than normal, and you'll want to play with this enabled for the entire game, simply going through rounds, taking down the undead, progressively opening the map, getting power and Pack-a-Punch, and upgrading the rarity and PAP level of the weapon you brought in. Once you've activated power and have the Pack-a-Punch available, you want to try and get 5,000 points as quickly as possible, where you should be able to get it by round 5 or 6 so you can upgrade the Pack-a-Punch level of your weapon. Once you've done that, you're now set up and ready to go for this insane XP farm. So if you open up into the farmhouse and make your way to the second floor by the Wonder Fizz, you want to stand on this ledge and crouch, but you want to be right to the edge of it, or if done correctly, you'll notice that zombies will now start jumping up from the bottom floor to the top, but they jump up so quickly that you should be able to take them out mid-jumping animation. And if you're making sure to ADS to hit them in the head, you'll be able to start maximizing getting those critical kills as quickly as possible. Once you get enough points, I definitely recommend the first perk you buy from Wonder Fizz is Speed Cola, because you are going to need to reload quite often depending on what weapon you...
Japan has a new problem. Day by day, Japan's social problems seem to be only getting worse. For decades, Japan has struggled with hikikomori, people who shut themselves away from society by refusing to leave their rooms, many of them suffering from mental health issues. On top of this, recently, things have gotten even darker, with more and more runaway kids gathering in the streets of Shinjuku, where they often end up abused. And now, things have turned even worse, as Japan is facing a crisis unlike anything it has ever seen before. Historically, Japan has been seen as one of the safest and strictest countries in the world when it comes to substances. But now, a new drug is spreading across the country that threatens to change everything. This drug is called etomidate, better known in Japan as zombie tobacco. Etomidate is a medical anesthetic that has been used, for example, as a sedative during executions in the US, and now it is being used recreationally by young people in Japan. The name zombie tobacco is a slang term for this synthetic drug that comes from the visible and erratic zombie-like movements that its users often suffer from after smoking it. The tobacco part of the name comes from the fact that in Japan, it's sold under a clever disguise as a regular vape product, which contributes to the misconception that it's safer than traditional illegal drugs. Japan has this problem where alcohol and cigarettes are accepted as part of everyday life, but all drugs are so demonized, there's no real understanding which substances are mild and which can be actually really dangerous. So when something like zombie tobacco comes along, many Japanese are unable to grasp how serious it actually is because they see it as just another tobacco product and assume it can't be that harmful because to them, cigarettes and drugs are completely different things altogether. Many of them have also been taught to lump all drugs together as equally bad without nuance.
Brand new unlimited
Weapon XP takes forever to grind in Black Ops 7, and with every single weapon having 2 prestiges and 250 levels to max them out, we need a faster farm. So today we're gonna test out the in-game farming method to see just how fast we can get a bunch of XP and weapon XP. So our goals today are step 1, level up an operator high enough to be able to grind. Then step 2, farm zombies to see just how much XP and weapon XP we can get in a single game. So wish us luck. Yay, new character! So first things first, let's put on the best ability, Crash Cart, and the best minor ability, Kinetic Jump. Now let's level up our combat rating. Fast. Operation Get That P. That XP. It's gonna require a little bit of setup though. Wait, we're going all the way out there? But I'm level 0. I will trust my team. My team knows what's best for me because my team plays this on the daily. I, however, am a newborn baby. So right now we got combat rating 0. We need to get that to 45 to start grinding fast XP. And to do that, we got to do contracts and stuff around the map. Normally, you'd want to start in the tier 1 zone and work your way up. However, we're going to speed it up by just going to the hard ones. Because look at that. Oh, look at that combat rating. And if you're going to do that, I would recommend having a really good team. Because you're supposed to start in tier 1 and work your way up. But I don't want to wait. I want P now. I want P right now. Oh, all right, what do we want? I want extra reload speed. Easy choice. CR2, baby. Now, this is what I call fast farming. Oh, purple weapon. Don't mind me. Oh, wait. If I get taps and you kill them, I get XP. Oh, my. That is... say less. I'm a good tapper. So if I get taps and they get kills, it counts for me, which is the craziest thing I've ever seen. We get better damage at combat rating 10. So until then, we're just getting kills doing contracts. Gold upgrade. That's what I need. Recommended combat rating, 45 plus. Don't mind me, just coming in for the free upgrade that someone else cleared earlier in the game. Ooh, legendary upgrade. So yeah, once anyone in the entire game has opened up one of these rooms with the upgrade, it shows it for everyone on the map. And you can just run here and get it, even if you're a low level. So everyone in the game can get this Jailbreak Warstation, which is a legendary upgrade for your weapon, which is double damage. All right, we got to continue leveling up, though. But that is. Recommended combat rating, 30 plus. I'm level 7. You know what I mean? Level 7. I'm helping. Let's go, level 10! Double damage. Yeah. Getting combat rating isn't bad when you're just spamming with, 4 people in high tier zones. Level 11! 0 to 11, 1 game, not bad. We just got to get taps on everything. If we get a tap and someone gets the kill, we're all good. So the main goal, touch everything. Touch everyone you see. Level 12! Heal faster. Which reminds me a lot of Modern Warfare Zombie, just spamming contracts to level up as much as possible. That's all this is. Tap all the zombies, tap all the zombies, tap all the zombies. Oh my god, there's a lot of zombies! Oh, we're leveling. Oh, we don't even have the farm set up yet, and we're leveling up like crazy. We're just setting the farm up. I would like to get an upgrade that gives me more than 1 armor plate. I feel like that would help. Oh, armor plate increase. Thank you, finally. Yeah, weapon level up again. Oh, I can actually kill in the zone. I'm only level 16 and I can kill in the red zone? You know, this mode's a lot funner once you get into the higher tier zones. I'm gonna lie, tier 1 was kind of a snooze fest.
Gil's dispatched a hit team to hunt you down.
Wait, there's a hit team that's gonna track us down? I guess we're pretty important. The fact that I'm crazy underleveled in the high tier zone and we're just chilling Kind of nice. I was thinking you'd have to be like crazy high to be in here. Level 20. Uh-oh. It says recommended level 45 plus. This is the red zone. I am 20. I don't think I should be here. Oh, wait, I can kill enemies here. Not quickly. We exfil? Yep, when my team tells me to exfil, I exfil. Apparently, in-game's a little bit buggy, and if you wait too late in the game, there's a high chance you're just not able to exfil. So we like to dip early, because I do not want to lose all this CR I've gained. I don't mean to brag, but I got 22 CR. And for us to farm efficiently, we really need 45. 45 is the magic number. It looks so much more pretty over here. It is not comfortable to look in the red zone for a long time. 150 crit kills with the AK. Nice. Ivy tall. What the fuck? Who would have known standing underneath the helicopter as it came in would crush you and kill you? Seeing Ted twerk is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I just need to get combat rating 45 and then we'll be farming. Although now we're in the deep red zone, which means even more CR per everything we do. The higher zone you in, the more CR you get. Whew, these are tanky enemies. 25, baby. What is that? An exotic? The exotic weapon's cool, but I can't use it. Because I want to level up my other weapons. And I want to grind camos. And you can't use that weapon to grind camos. Oh, damage times 4. Level 30. Let's go. Damage time 4. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, turns out getting times 4 damage is immediately noticeable. But that's not all. We get an even bigger damage increase when we get to CR 45. Oh, yeah. Well, might as well max upgrade my knife because everything else is already maxed. Ow. And we leave again. Oh, wrong side. Let me in. Once again, exfil before the game goes on for too long because we don't want to lose our CR. W random teammate. Yeah, so my good squad has left, so now it is just me. And I'm getting to level 45 by myself. With no carry, and it's scary. We're so close to 45. 45 is the last big milestone round. Once you hit 45, you're pretty much able to do anything. Yes, you get additional points past that, but 45, you get big damage. 45, big difference. Ooh, 50 kills while ADSing and moving. What's next? 50 kills shortly after sprinting. All right, we should probably exfil. Oh. Dang. We're 44. We're 1 away. But it's not safe to stay any longer. It's not safe. This is when things start to get scary and things can bug out if you don't leave around this time. Oh, we're so close. Oh, there's a cinder camo done. Easy. Die. Oh, we did it! Damage 3 times 8 damage. That's a lot of damage. Combat rating 45 times 8 damage, baby. Why can't I? Oh, it's bugged. Ooh. Teammate, you walk through the door. It's just a visual bug. Just walk in. Walk in. Teammate. Oh, is he gonna exfil on the top? Hopefully he goes with us. I pushed these the Akita. No! What the f? And it deleted my AK. Well, I prestiged my Akita and it got rid of my AK. So I no longer have a legendary AK. So we'll have to get a new one. You know, that's all right. I didn't want to use the AK anymore anyway. We're going to use the M15 Mod O. Ooh, actually, let's use LMG. Everyone knows LMG go brrr. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Let's go. All right, lock in. It's time. We're now level 45 plus, and we've got legendary weapons. We should now easily be able to grind out a ton of levels in a single game. And that's our goal, is to see just how many levels we can farm in a single game. So what we want to do is we want to go to the tier 3 zone. Tier 3, not tier 4. Tier 4, the zombies are just a little bit too hard to kill. And we want to find an area that's got a bunch of zombie spawns. All right, tier 3. Now we can kill the normal people. We don't want to kill them. We want to kill zombies. There we go. I hear zombies. And we can also work at camos at the same time. Tier 3, kill zombies. XP profit. Weapon level 2. So, I mean, at this point, we're pretty much just playing zombies. We're pretty much just playing zombies. Zombies with extra steps. All right, great for weapon XP as well. Oh, hey, look, crap ton of zombies. Oh, level 2. I have a feeling this is probably going to be the method if you're trying to get weapons all the way to level 250 after prestiging them twice. Oh, more zombies over here. More camos. More weapon levels. We're going for the weak zombies, the ones that only take a few bullets to kill. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And yes, technically you can do this XP method without having a combat rating of 45 or higher. However, it's going to take a lot longer to kill zombies. And as you can see, that extra damage you get at level 45, very helpful. Kind of just wrecking everything here. Weapon level 7 already. Oh yeah, this is also great for camos if you care about the campaign camos. Because yes, all of these zombies do count for camos. They count for XP and camos. $200 point blank kills. Level 4. Weapon level 9. 250 point blank kills. Level up the weapon again. Level 10. All right. Hipfire kills. Kill shortly after sprinting. There we go. Hipfire kills done. We can ADS again, which I wasn't doing to begin with, so it doesn't matter. Level up again. Kill shortly after sprinting. I mean, honestly, we could probably just go around in the tier 3 zone doing contract after contract. Well, that contract can wait. They're zombies. Oh, there's the Cinder camo. Bet, now we're ready for gold, which is killing special enemies. Not only are we going to level up this weapon a ton this game, we're also going to unlock gold for it. Farming in tier 3, once you got the ×8 damage, is just tons of XP, tons of camos, tons of profit. We need mimics and things. That's what we need for gold, is we got to kill a bunch of mimics and bosses and elites. Our specials, we got to kill specials, and that's a special. Ooh, and that should be a special as well. Yeah, it turns out tier 3 farming, also really good for specials. Another special. Level up again. Level up again. Yeah, we've got a lot of weapons to get second prestige level 250. So I have a feeling we're going to be here a lot, killing a lot of zombies. Oh, we're almost max combat skill. This is also pretty good for getting combat ranks as well. Yeah, I'll come clear this campsite again. Can't always just kill zombies. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can you spawn any more of those disciples and things, please? I like those. Level up again. Level up again. Oh, hey. Level up again. Yep, we are now max combat rank. We cannot level up our combat rank.
Well, guys, I'm not really the kind of guy to tell you that I told you so, but, I'm going to. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again talking about my favorite YouTuber who has recently been going on a path of what can only be described as self-destruction. And recently, he turned up the intensity, and I don't know if there's really any coming back from this one. Whistling Diesel, more like, wow, I really love Dubai. Got him. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really like talking about this guy because in a weird sort of way, I kind of feel bad for him. But when you have a platform as large as Mr. Diesel does, and you say the kind of crazy shit that Mr. Whistling tends to, somebody has to call you out for it, so we're back. The last time we talked about Cody, aka Whistling Diesel, it was after he released his video talking about his Russian girlfriend, owning the haters, silencing the doubters, and totally proving that she's with him because she loves him by, like, showing him renting Ferraris and buying her fancy shit. Pretty foolproof argument if you ask me. And I made that video because a few months before all of that Russian girlfriend nonsense, I talked about how I felt like he was kind of like shooting himself in the foot. His entire, like, online persona had changed. People were starting to not like him all that much. And as many people tend to when they become internet douchebags, he seemed to be incapable of realizing that people were beginning to not like him. Not because he's making a lot of money or not because he's successful like he thinks is the reason, but it's because he's becoming a giant asshole. Now, clearly, those videos got under Cody's skin a little bit because he made some Instagram story posts about me. He's put me in a couple videos. I think he's alluded to me being homeless or something. Really mature, thought out shit. But hopefully this one doesn't bother him too much because yes, we are going back for the three-peats, but this one isn't about anything serious like how many Ferraris he owns or how much his girlfriend loves him. It's just about silly low-stakes stuff like how he thinks slavery is okay. Yeah, guys, I don't know who Cody has in his circle, but clearly they are failing him. Honestly, more so, he's probably failing them. They're gonna be out of a job soon, it looks like. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's going on with this guy that he feels the need to go on to Instagram and defend overseas slavery, but I can't imagine this sort of path is one you find yourself at the end of in a very good spot. Now, for some context, real quick, if you didn't understand my super clever joke at the beginning, Whistling Diesel loves Dubai. Might just be his favorite place. Why is that? I mean, I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Probably not because it's a city where wealth is sort of the defining factor when it comes to cultural and social acceptance, rather than, you know, like your character or anything. Can't imagine why Cody, of all people, would like a city where, more so than I think anywhere else in the world, you can just throw money at people and have them pretend that they like you. But Cody seemingly loves it there. He talks highly about it constantly, is always doting about how great Dubai is, and Cody is the kind of person who seems like he doesn't really like to be wrong. So naturally, when somebody, especially somebody with a large platform on the internet, talks negatively about Dubai, you best believe that Cody's gonna come running to Dubai's defense. And that's exactly what happened with a recent video that a YouTuber named Ben of the Week made. He made a video where he went to Dubai with the intention of sort of exposing the side of Dubai that social media doesn't really show you. The extreme wealth disparities, entire economies being held up by forced labor, and just all of the horrific things that I'm sure you've heard about Dubai in passing. If you've never heard about those things, I'd really recommend you go give that video a watch. Even if you have heard about them, I'd still recommend you go watch it. But in that video, Ben talks about a very prominent issue in Dubai, where people from other countries go to Dubai to work, usually kind of under false pretenses. They're exposed to horrible living conditions, their passports are taken away, and when all is said and done, they are essentially enslaved. They're working terrible hours in terrible conditions, and they don't really have an option to quit because they can't leave. It's a terrible issue. It's not something that just happens in Dubai either, but obviously this video was about Dubai, and it's something that you would think nobody with a clear moral conscience could support, right? And yes, you'd be right. Unfortunately, it does not seem like Cody has one of those though, because in response to this, he left a lengthy comment on Ben of the Week's video defending this system. And not only did he leave the comment, he took a screenshot of it and posted it onto his Instagram story for validation. My God, the sadness inside of this guy must be inconceivable. It's a lengthy comment, but it's worth going through the entire thing, so here we go. Please subscribe. If you did actual research instead of vaguely interpreting things and gaslighting everyone with insulting comments, you'd realize those migrants are making much more money than they made in their home country, with free housing included, all without the risk of getting shot shot, stolen from, or stabbed. Your lack of actual knowledge and research is obvious to anyone who knows Dubai. Do you go into Disneyland and call the people who keep the place running slaves too? He then comments on a specific case that Ben brought up where a model was found like 10 days after a party, bloodied and beaten on the side of the road. In his comment, he says that she was not being trafficked and the people that attacked her were her own race, Russian, which according to the model is true, but Dubai officials, the people who investigated this, said that this woman who was found 10 days after a party, bloodied and beaten with broken bones, fell from a great distance. So while she may be saying it's Russians, the people who are investigating this said that she fell somewhere. So, still maybe not the best example in defense of Dubai. Corrupt police, however, are not really the focus of what we're talking about today, so we continue. Wealth inequality has been a thing for ages because that's human nature. Even you yourself said it, the labor camps had the most culture because that's how they were living in their home country. If you went to an actual third world country full of bad leaders, you wouldn't make it home to upload this video. The added wealth in one location is simple.
Tier list, a YouTube classic, one of the.
So there's probably a good chance you've never heard of betel nut, but it's one of the most commonly used drugs around the world. It beats crack and heroin and meth, any drug you can really name of. It beats by far of like the number of users. It beats it by any day. The reason why you've never heard of it is because it's predominantly used in Asia. And what is it? So it's actually a mixture of three things. We have a whole video about it. First thing is betel leaf, which is this leaf that is really refreshing. It has eugenol in it, so it's like kind of minty, clovey. Then you have slaked lime, which is calcium hydroxide. It's a very strong chemical that can like burn you. And then the main ingredient is the areca nut. So it's this nut that contains this compound called auricoline, and that's what you get high on. And the whole package you just kind of put in your mouth and chew on it, and it's often flavored with like tons of flavors. It can be really like refreshing and actually good for like bad breath historically. But it's super common throughout Asia as like a post-dinner like relaxation, like pop one in. So as far as what the high feels like, it's pretty immediately easy to recognize why it's addicting. Like when you do it, it just feels like that feeling you have after a good workout or sex times 10, like that, like relaxed. Oh,
this is fun. This is kind of nice.
You feel like really warm in the head. It's almost like nicotine if it was 10 times better and doesn't have as much nausea associated with it.
I'm gonna give a lot of my opinions on what it feels like. Those are my opinions. I feel like a lot of you know that, but just in case you don't, like it's better than nicotine. That's my opinion. Tons of people can disagree with me. I'm gonna share a lot of those in the video, just know that.
I'm actually going to just put betel nut at S tier just immediately, but it's not actually just because of the feeling, because the reason why I'm putting it in S tier is for the side effects. When you do it every day, which is a lot of betel nut users, a lot of people will just do like 20 in a day, every day, all day, right? It will ruin the taste of food because slaked lime, that calcium hydroxide will just burn the living fuck out of your mouth. So you'll just ruin food. It also causes insane red staining on the teeth and black staining. It'll just make your mouth look nasty as hell. And then the third side effect is it is insanely carcinogenic. It causes so much cancer. It is so carcinogenic and everyone knows it. That's why I'm putting it in S tier. It's not just because the feeling is good. It's the fact that people know that it will ruin their life in these three ways and yet they still do it. I feel like that's one of the greatest tests for addiction of the cost benefit analysis. So obviously people think that the benefit of doing it every day, that feeling that they get, is worth dying of mouth cancer. So that's a S tier. That's an easy S tier. Okay, next up, meth. I don't want to sound like a hipster douchebag. I'm stuck between A and S with meth, and hear me out. Obviously, meth, real addictive, right? And it's not just like a modern thing that we have a problem with meth. Japan had a problem with it. Germany had a problem with it. When we used to prescribe it to people for weight loss as Desoxyn or Methadone, a lot of people got addicted to it. It's just, it lends itself to addiction, I feel. But I also feel like the social stigma around getting addicted to meth makes it so much harder to get addicted to meth. I've done it a couple times on accident, and every time I say that I feel kind of weird saying it, because people always go oh my gosh. It's it really wasn't that eventful. I honestly didn't even know that I did it until way later. I've said this before, it just felt like long-lasting Adderall to me, but that's from eating it, right? So I think I have to put it as an S tier because yes, the stigma keeps a lot of people from even trying it or getting addicted to it, but if you include like injecting meth, which people will describe it so euphoric that they come, like literally come from that injection, and it's also so cheap. Nah, I'll put it as an S tier. Ugh. Wait. I'm gonna make my own tier list for most addicting. Beetle nut, I'm going C tier for me, just because cancer's not my vibe. Already had it once. It's a bummer. I'll do it again probably in my life, but I will not make a habit of it. Meth, I'm gonna put as a D because I'm just so scared of being like late. Like that's a terrible label to be like a meth head. Like that's a lot of judgment comes with that. Ketamine, a little horse medicine. Okay, so ketamine is a general dissociative anesthetic. So it's used in medicine regularly for horses, but also for humans. It's just generally really good for anesthesia. How I describe it is it's kind of like psychedelic alcohol. So from my experience, and I feel like a lot of people relate to this, ketamine is not necessarily very euphoric. Like whenever I did ketamine, and I had a little bit of a phase when I was younger with it, I never did it and it was like, oh, this feels amazing. It's more this like almost morbid curiosity. Like it's like you're kind of taking your brain to this area of just weird thoughts, and it's kind of fun to just explore, but it's not necessarily like euphoric, like, oh, this is amazing, I love this feeling. It's more just exploratory. It's like kissing a man, you know? It doesn't feel like, it's not really my cup of tea, but like I've done it a fair few amount of times, and I'm always like, oh, this is interesting, I guess. This is exploratory. I'm learning a bit about myself. Not really my cup of tea. I'm ranting, sorry. So as far as how to rate ketamine's addictiveness, I think it is a solid C tier right now in America for a couple of reasons. One, price. Last time I checked a few years ago, it's like $100 a gram in America, which is a lot of money compared to in Europe. A lot of places I've seen is like $10 to $20 a gram. It's literally a tenth of the price in Europe. On top of that, it's pretty looked down upon in America. If you pull out K at a party, I feel like in a lot of places, people would be like, oh my, get the fuck out of here. And the icing on the cake, ketamine addiction can lead to an insanely bad repercussion, which is K bladder, which if you get addicted to K, you can literally ruin your bladder, get K bladder. Some people report like their K bladder gets so bad, they can't hold pee whatsoever. Like they have to go pee every 15 minutes for the rest of their life. Or like wear a diaper. It's really sad. I think it deserves a C, but medicinally, very promising medication with treatment-resistant depression. And as far as my personal list, ketamine's getting a C tier. That sounds about right for me.
Ketamine is also a great example of just because something has a really damaging addiction doesn't mean it's super addictive, right? So like, I think ketamine is a C tier as far as addictiveness, but I think as far as how damaging being addicted can be, that's like an A or S tier, right? So, you know, it's like getting addicted to eating shit. It's not especially addicting, but if you get addicted to eating shit, your life is over. Like you could die from that. No one's gonna want to talk to you, you know?
Let's punch some stuff. Oh, shrooms. Shrooms is an F tier. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this too much, but it is a hard F tier. Shrooms can be like really euphoric and feel like amazing and awesome, but to me, I kind of explain the euphoria and like the good feelings as like a cruise with your family, you know? It can be like a lot of fun, but it's not for free. Like it comes with a lot of baggage, and after it, you're like, wow, that was such a great time. I don't want to do that for another fucking 10 years. Like that's kind of the shrooms thing. You'll have a great time maybe, and then you're just exhausted though. You're like, okay, that was great. I'm good for a while. So yeah, shrooms, F tier. For my personal list, F tier. Same thing goes with LSD. I'm gonna give it an F tier. I would say it's a little bit higher than shrooms because LSD is easier on the mind from my experience. You don't have as much like super deep existential thinking as you do on shrooms. But, you know, LSD is so emotionally exhausting. It's often like 12 hours of tripping. It's just a lot. I remember the first time I did it, we did one tab that we got from some sketchy dude from high school who... We waited for about an hour, didn't feel anything, so we all decided to take another, right? Waited another hour, didn't feel anything. So me and my other friend took another. We took 3. Oops. Yeah. You need to wait when you do that stuff, because It all hit hard once we took the third tab. Don't remember much, but some of the highlights are immediately the ground started turning into water, and then forgot how to speak English or walk for I don't know, maybe 20 years, maybe 3 seconds, you never really know. Wow. It was a good time, but oof, it was a lot. For my private list, LSD, another F tier. Hey, sorry, I'm currently in my friend's apartment in LA because I'm on my way to Peru in 2 days, so I'll literally have to finish this video in the Amazon. And look what the fucking barber did to me. I literally grew out my hair so I could get a dope-ass haircut in LA, and he fucked me. It's good, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You guys love me for my personality. Okay, I'm angry, let's piss some people off. Let's do nicotine next. Actually, let's go weed, because I think it's much more interesting. I personally think weed is a great example of a drug's addictiveness really depends on when and where a culture it exists in. Like, if we were talking about weed in the 1960s or 70s, I would easily put it a D tier, maybe a C tier. Why? It was super shamed, it was super illegal, it was hard to get your hands on, you had to know sketchy people to get it, it was seen as a drug, and weed sucked back then. And so all those things culminating, it lent itself to such a type of use that was like, you were scared to do it. If you smoked weed, you had to be conscious of, okay, it's gonna smell really bad, and like the cops might smell it, my neighbors, my parents might smell it, my friends might smell it. Like, I had to go out, find a place to smoke it, I had to find it, I had to have a stash. Like, it had this ritual around it where you were only really allowed to do it only so much, because you couldn't just be high all the time every day, because it wasn't manageable. But as we saw, as it got legalized and more normalized, the weed got so potent. I mean, finding some stuff that has like 30% THC is not crazy at all anymore. You can have pens now, blinkers, that you have on you at all times. It doesn't even smell that much. You can get high literally all day, every day, and it's not shamed at all. Like, it's so weird. We have a name for a weed drug addict that we call a stoner. That's like, that's not a drug addict. It's it's a stoner. It's quirky, but it's like, that's what you are. You are a drug addict. There's no judgment there for me. Trust me, there's no judgment. But like, let's call a spade a spade. So I think personally, because of this increase of potency, this increase of availability, it's legal in much of America, and in the states that it's not legal, there's tons of legal alternatives at gas stations you can do. I think because of that, honestly, I'm gonna put it at an A tier. I'm gonna put it at an A tier. Shit has just changed, and I think because it's changed, you also see that I'm gonna put it at an A tier. For that, honestly, I'm gonna put it at an A tier. I'm gonna put it at an A tier. Shit has just changed, and I think because it's changed, you also see that the old idea of, well, weeds, it can be mentally addicting, but it's not physically addicting. That's also not true anymore. We find that there are new studies showed that people who are really dependent on weed will have withdrawal syndrome. I don't want to rant too much. I just know so many people who have suffered with weed addiction, and it's a legitimate addiction that is just not legitimized, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting that it's not legitimate.
You're using. But as you can see here with this example, you purchase is the double tap perk, enabling your weapon to have an even faster fire rate, meaning that those critical shots are going to be dealt even quicker. Once you've gotten these 4 perks and you gain about 4,000 points, I'd recommend opening up the mystery box door and then buying the level 2 armor vest. But even on the Ravager rounds, you can see that this trick also works relatively well, but there are going to be so many of them spawning in that it might get a little bit hectic, so it might be worth just hopping down a little bit just so that you have a little bit more space. But once you've finished that round out, head back into that area as quickly as you can, because that rampage inducer being enabled, you can get straight back into taking down the zombies. As for field upgrades for this strategy, I highly recommend either running what you see here, which is Frenzied Guard, or Toxic Growth. That way it will slow down zombies that manage to climb up and get past where you're camping. Once you get to about round 16 and you have about 20,000 points, it'll be a good idea to Pack-a-Punch your weapon to Pack-a-Punch level 2, which will cost 15,000 points. That way you're just increasing the damage even more so you're going against that curve of difficulty increase as you're getting further into the rounds. Quite a lot of the military camos and the mastery camos further down the line involve you using ammo mods. So if you are going for a specific challenge at this point, I would definitely recommend that you go to the arsenal machine under the barn so that you can put on an ammo mod to help you with your weapon challenge. But in this spot, you should be absolutely flying through the rounds, being able to get to about round 20 within 15 to 16 minutes. As you start to get into the mid-20s, this strategy will become a little bit more tricky because there'll be just so many zombies spawning so quickly. So a really good suggestion is if you can build decoy grenades at the buildable bench, that will be very helpful for being able to sort of temporarily slow the zombies down and stop them in place. But similarly, like I mentioned with the field upgrades here with Frenzied Guard, this is a fantastic one to use as a get out of jail free card, as it enables you to not stop shooting the zombies as they'll still be going for you, and it won't slow down that weapon progression as you're just going to want to spend as much time as humanly possible shooting zombies. It's also around this point that if you are about round 25, round 26 and have about 35,000 points, definitely recommended to get your triple Pack-a-Punch in at this point. That way you'll be doing the max damage that you can before we upgrade the rarity to the max as well. If you're a returning player from Black Ops 6 Zombies, then I highly recommend you run the Juggernog Major Augment Reactive Armor, where when armor plate breaks, nearby normal enemies are stunned for a short time. It will definitely help you out. And if at any point this strategy becomes a bit too difficult with the speed of the zombies with the Rampage Inducer, you can of course turn it off, but if speed is of the essence and time's of the essence, then you're definitely going to want to keep the Rampage on for as long as you can. Once you get into the round 30 plus, you'll notice that this will become quite a hectic strategy. But again, if you have Frenzy Guard, like you can see here, it is absolutely no problem with the zombies continuously hitting you because of how good Frenzied Guard is. But also make use of decoys or even use other field upgrades like Ether Shroud if you don't feel too comfortable with this strategy with the Rampage Inducer enabled. But on round 33 here with about 40,000 points, I'm getting so many weapon level unlocks as well as other camo unlocks that yeah, this is a very lucrative and fun spot. And all of what you're seeing is happening within 30 minutes of in-game time, so definitely a very productive strategy in terms of time. As you progress further into the late round 30s, this strategy will become quite dangerous, but it's at this point where the XP is sort of diminishing returns really, where you're not going to be earning too much more XP. You could consider exfilling or just playing on until you finally game over. But here on round 38, I managed to get this to weapon level 24. And as you can see, we unlocked a full research major augment for toxic growth there, which at the start of the game, we had no progress towards it. So that was around a 40-minute game. So let's end the game and then let's take a look at how much XP we actually earned. So with the double XP active, we earn 87,300 XP for a 45-minute game. You can see that I managed to rank up twice and I'm now at the level 55 max level. But in terms of what we managed to get done, we got a nice 300 XP. So with the double XP active, we earn 87,300 XP for a 45-minute game. You can see that I managed to rank up twice and I'm now at the level 55 max level. But in terms of what we managed to get done, we got a ton of camos unlocked there for our weapon with the 700, 800 and 1,000 critical kills needed to unlock the military camos here for the X9 Maverick as an example. So if you're at the very upper echelon of hitting the max rank of 55, you'll be able to get 2 to 3 ranks done within one game when you're that high up. But if you're in a lower rank or you've prestige, you should be able to rank up a ton quicker. And if we go over to augment research, we can see within that game we managed to get 2 full augments research, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the actual speed in which you unlock progress for augments in this game seems very, very slow. So on paper it doesn't sound overly impressive, but actually in comparison to how slow it is, that's actually very good going. And
if you are
Get out, kill team. Hardpoint located. Enemy UAV detected. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Identified. Hostiles released a skewer. Got the hard point. Hard point active. The guild took the hard point. Hostile UAV established above.
Standing by.
We're down, but not out, Black Ops. Time to get clever.
Skewer available for assignment.
Hardpoint located.
Skewer released as tasked.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostile dog active. Hardpoint locked down. Enemy UAV detected. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint active. Got the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostile UAV established above. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hardpoint. Shots mine. Incoming napalm strike in your AO. Enemy UAV detected. Enemy care package dropping. Hostiles have the hardpoint. mission needs a hard reboot.
OPSEC's compromised. They had our playbook the whole time.
Hardcore hardpoint. The guild has chosen to invest in you. Do not let us down. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Control the hardpoint. We've claimed the lead. Widen the gap. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. We control the hardpoint. Hostile UAV established above. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint active. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Hostile using body drop. Tossing
Hardpoint identified.
your weapon downrange.
Hostile grenade! Move there!
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. They have the lead. Take it back. We control the hard point. A hard point located. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
Grim, authorizing dog mission.
Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Get me eyes in the sky.
We have the lead. Maintain current posture. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. Hard point identified. We control the hard point. Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point. Enemy UAV detected. We are falling behind. Hardpoint locked down.
Copy UAV request. Faulkner, marking care package LZ.
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Authorized secure flight.
Hardpoint active. We control the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostile UAV established above. Hardpoint locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Enemy UAV detected. Hardpoint identified.
Threat identified.
We control the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
With interest, Arschloch.
Hardpoint locked down.
Incoming cluster.
Get me eyes in the sky. Submitting care package request.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint.
Ordering fuel launch on my mark. Enemy resupply disrupted.
Hostile secure inbound.
I can't stay out of my way.
Hardpoint is active. Skewer release detected.
Scouts ready.
Hardpoint locked down.
Skewer available for
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Control the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Enemy movement.
Skewer released as tasked.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Hostile skewer inbound. We control the hardpoint.
Shot was good.
5 kills.
Hardpoint located.
Friendly KIA.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Friendly down. I say it.
Would appear we have strategic misalignment today.
Damn it. Command's killing the link. Get homesick.
Right now?
trying to make a soup?
Okay.
Hardcore team deathmatch.
Oh, I'm
Success
sorry. I
guarantees
didn't put salt
continued
in the
access
pot.
to premium benefits.
I prefer not to. I think it's okay. It's already boiling without the salt. So already know smoked.
Lead is ours. Do not let up. Hardcore domination. Show some initiative, and Miss Kagan will take notice. Locking down Charlie. The advantage is ours. Hold it. Zone C secure. Losing B. Losing Bravo.
Authorizing UAV mission.
Losing B.
Authorizing CUAV. UAV mission authorized.
Losing Bravo. Bravo lost. We have lost the lead.